So I have a problem. It's something that I noticed about myself in the last few years. I get interested in something, try it out, and then forget about it for months or even forever. This leads me to essentially collect hobbies but then do nothing with them, which also leads to a lot of unfinished projects and abandoned hobbies. Most of these hobbies and projects that I've actually abandoned or forgotten about are actually quite interesting to me, and I kind of want to share them with everybody. Even my ongoing hobbies and projects are quite interesting and I still want to share them with everybody. Some of the projects and hobbies that I want to get back into or finish and share with you guys include tufting or making rugs, 3D printing and tinkering with electronics, building 3D models such as Gundams and cars, my Pokemon cards, collecting some cars, some more cars, a few more cars, and a little more cars, and the unsuspecting box in my closet. Working on cars, finishing my coding projects, and many more. I've decided that I've had enough with all these unfinished projects, and so it's time to lock in. The solution? Reviews is what I'm calling it. Essentially a weekly vlog showcasing what I'm up to and what I'm doing throughout a week. I think this will work as it will force me to record and do my hobbies in order to collect content for these review videos. That being said, I hope you enjoyed the first video and hopefully I can keep up doing this so that I can get back to what I love doing and bring you guys for the ride. Okay, yeah, for today and kind of this week, I'm going to be making a few rugs. I'm actually going to be making a Ferrari F40 and then the Ferrari Scuderia logo. As you can see here, I have made some rugs before. These are kind of old, but these are what I made in the past. I've made this Murakami rug right here. These ones don't have backings yet, but this is a Murakami rug you can see here. There's a Porsche GT3. Then I've actually made my own car. This is not cut yet, as you can see. And then just a few other ones. This was my very first one. I have a Miffy one right here. Brown one. Cinema roll here. As you can see that. I think I've got a white one. Yeah, a white Miffy right here. And then this is a 8-ball rug, as you can see here. And I've made these. These also don't have, this one also doesn't have backing as well, but it's kind of like a keyboard wrist rest. This is Appa from the Avatar. And so yeah, first things first though, as you can see here, I have these kind of like yarn cakes, as you would call them. Basically, we use this gun here, which is a tufting gun, right here. And you thread the threads through that little hole, then actually into, if this wants to focus. Where are we going? There we go, to that hole there. But putting only one of these threads, as you can see, give you an example here. Yeah, as you can see, these threads are pretty thin. So putting one of these threads isn't enough, so I actually put 2 of these normally, which is why I have all these yarn cakes, or whatever you want to call them, so that I can run like 2 of them in one go. But to do that, I have to transfer these big yarn balls, which are, this one's quite big. Usually I get like these ones. I do have a lot of colors, but I didn't have enough for what I want to do. To make those yarn cakes, we use this doohickey here. Basically, you just spin this, run the thread through this hole here, put this to the top right here, and then you literally just spin it. And I have this guide here to show me how big I kind of want each of them. I don't remember why I did that. I think it's just so that I don't get big and I'm able to take them off still. But this is what I do, and I'm gonna have to do that for all of this. But it takes a lot of time, but it is worth it because it makes things more easier that I found. But yeah, as you can see, I just got like a bunch of yarn from my previous stuff. Yeah, so after the yarn gets balled up, basically we put this, I don't know what this is called. I think it's just called tufting cloth, but you put this cloth basically on this frame here. So I've actually built 2 frames here. If I center the camera again. So we have a smaller frame right here and then a really big one. The big one I made just to be able to fit the bigger rugs, obviously. But basically this is just, I think this is called carpet tacking, but you basically make these spikes right here there are spikes. This wants to focus. There are spikes that are pretty sharp and they face outwards. So you put it there and then you create tension along this whole frame. And then yeah, I just use some of these, if this wants to go up, just use some of these brackets here with some wood screws. Just made a big frame basically, and then put some feet here. Guess that's how big the frame is right here. But yeah, after I put the yarn on these, make these cakes, I'm gonna put the cloth on the frame and then we'll be back. Okay, and we're done with step one. So yeah, here we are. So basically you just put this cloth on. As you can see, when I press on it, it's got some like tension to it. And just a piece of fabric basically that you go on these little sharp points that go all across, all around the frame here. And then yeah, you just create tension here. And so now that we've done that, I'm gonna cut this excess fabric off and we're gonna draw the design on it. Okay, so this is the next day. I'm not too sure where we left off in the last clip, but basically this is what I have set up. Big tripod, then you have a projector up there, my laptop's right there, and then projecting the design of the, whatever you want, a tuft, which in the case is the car, onto the frame. It's very important that you want to, flip this image. Because when you tuft it, you're actually gonna be looking like on this side. So this is what you wanna see, right? But we need to project it different, like flipped, so that you can tuft on this side because it's gonna show up on the other side. And all there is to do now is just take a marker, and then now we're just gonna have to outline the whole entire car. All right, yeah, so I've started tufting basically. As you can see, you just did a little bit here, just the black right here. And as you can see, they're just like little like threads that go into this material here. And then in the back here, they'll come out as like fuzzy, like a rug material basically. It's just fuzzy and you just trace your outline basically. You wanna keep them as close as possible. And basically what that looks like on the gun, so you have a gun here, a little trigger, then a little handle, and you just route the thread up into that hole and up into here. Basically what that does, that goes back and forth, piercing this material here, and then just cuts the thread. So as you can see, it's like cutting it. There's nothing in it right now, but would cut it. And then, yeah, basically the whole idea of that, like yarn, balling up all this yarn right here, is that I can use it right here. And I just have it in this thing so it doesn't move. But basically just have two pieces of threads so that, as you can see here, you can see very tiny, this wants to focus in. There's like two little threads. I'm not too sure if you can see it, but it just makes it more densely packed basically. But yeah, so I'm just gonna finish this outline and I'll be back. Hey. Hey, buddy. Look at him, he's so small. All right, so that's it for this week. Sorry to cut things short and leave it on a kind of a cliffhanger. But I do want this to be like a weekly thing and have it kind of like strict deadlines on when I record. But yeah, this is what we got done. Really just need to do these headlights here, then finish that logo. But from the back, this is what it looks like so far. This is before any final carving, what it's called, where you go in between the fine lines and carve out the details. But as you can see, it's a little messy here. I'm just vacuuming it up though, and it's all good. But yeah, that's what we got done. And hopefully next week we'll finish it out and then I'll do some other stuff. So thanks for watching, guys.